First, how is everyone? I like to say that I don't own any rights to the music that's playing in my background, so please don't copyright. We are talking about someone else's pain. So the real question here is, are we really building off of someone else's pain, or are we healing someone else's pain? Right now in our society, our era, everyone is quick, especially us women. We are always quick to say, it couldn't be me getting cheated on. It couldn't be me getting beat up by my man or my woman. I wouldn't be in no unhappy marriage. And we be the same ones. And yes, because I'm a woman as well, and I have spoke these things. It's always quick to say what we wouldn't do, but behind our bare windows in our homes, we be the same ones that be getting cheated on. Our men or our women black our eyes in unhappy, unhealthy marriages. But anyway, when it comes down to relationships or marriages, we know when they have ran their course. Okay. So, why would we stay in a foundation that we know for a fact has crumbled? Hmm. This goes for marriages as well. Although we did take a vow before our Creator and say, until death do us part. It's a twist to that, though. If you know that the person you married is not your counterpart that the Creator has sent you, why stay there? Now, I'm not going to say that relationships does not have their ups and downs. I'm not going to say that marriages doesn't have their ups and downs. What I will say is, you know, when our Creator has sent you your person, because one is not built on false, faulty foundations. Two, it's not always chaos and confusion. Within what, a year, maybe 2 years of courting a person, and y'all live inside of the home together, you know when the relationship is built on falsified, faulty commitments. Um, and I just feel like it ain't no need to stand on a broken foundation. Y'all might be asking, well, how do we know when we have crossed our counterpart? So, a question that we should be asking our grandparents and our great great grandparents if we're still blessed enough to have them. But I kind of feel like they'd say something in this nature. It'd be a magnetic pull in the soul from each person. You know, we all know that our Creator has taken Adam's rib and placed it inside of a woman, and they felt that magnetic pull. So that's how you know right there. If you have to make yourself be something that you know you aren't, why fake the funk? They say fake it until you make it. Nah, it ain't no faking it until you make it, okay? Because don't do that. That's food. Oops. My bad. Uh, okay. If the trust isn't there, if the communication isn't there, if the commitment isn't there, why? If you're not feeling that soul drawing feeling from the situationship that's bound to turn into a marriage, why? Now, let's say that these situationships and these marriages, right? The husband or the wife or the boyfriend or the girlfriend or the woman and the man happens to step outside of that commitment that y'all made within one another. And they just happen to stumble across an individual where they feel that so drawing magnetic pull getting off of someone else's pain, or are we really healing someone else's pain? Okay, because we told it's not just all about us women inside of the marriages and relationships. They be needing healing from their inner child trauma just as well. They be needing to be healed from abandonment issues just as well. They be needing to be healed from trust issues just as well. So it really baffles me when us women decide to force our men to, we're supposed to be their safe state, especially husband and wives. You know, we aren't supposed to use the information that they've given us against them. That means that us women are sorry individuals if we use our man's or husband's trauma against them. And we are not worthy of being with that person. Why don't we look at our situations and our marriages and be honest and say, I'm not happy here. This is not what I want out of life. I don't want the constant bickering. I don't want the constant fighting. I don't want the constant gaslighting and manipulation. I don't want it. I understand that we be having offsprings that are in the midst of all of this confusion and chaos, you know. Still and yet, it's like we don't want those toxic behaviors rubbing off on them, right? We don't want them to see unhealthy relationships, you know. We don't want them to become teenagers and grown individuals that we are raising, and they pick up everything that we was doing, down to the belittling, down to the degrading, down to the name calling, down to the physical altercations, down to, you know, this goes both ways. To a young man or woman being at work and you got Sally McHugh walking through the door and the kids sitting right there and they playing family. We don't want John and Jonathan and them to walk through our door and our children sitting right there and they looking like, well, mommy, daddy, uh, you know your husband or your wife just left. Who was this? You don't want that. I believe that we are supposed to keep, no matter if it's a disagreement or a physical altercation, it's supposed to remain behind our bedroom doors, not all in the open where our little offspring is picking up how to be toxic. I'm not no expert, you know. I'm not an expert. What I can say is both sides, mom side and dad side, my grandparents didn't play that. Whatever they went through, stayed behind their bedroom doors. You know, it wasn't no them arguing in front of us. It wasn't no them fighting in front of us. It was none of that. So we really thought that everything was peachy. You don't really know what. Well, I really didn't know what was going on until I got older and we started to converse some. So to sum up this here, are we really building off of someone else's pain or are we healing someone else's pain? Feel free to go ahead and comment beneath this video. And remember to stay off those phones, use your seatbelts, use your blinkers. Please pay attention and don't forget to hit that like, that share, and that subscribe.